Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where learning English is easy and fun. I am Nathan.
And I am Claire. It is absolutely fantastic to be here with you all today.
Let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever wanted to speak English naturally and connect with new friends, but the moment you try, you feel nervous, your mind goes completely blank, or you worry you sound like a stiff, robotic textbook?
Exactly. That is the big challenge right there. We put so much pressure on ourselves to be perfect, but traditional textbook rules just put an invisible wall between you and the person you're chatting with.
Well, do not worry at all. In today's episode, we're going to fix that and build your confidence with simple, everyday English. We'll show you how to express yourself naturally, make real human connections, and share your world completely stress-free.
And today, we are going to learn about questions. Every single conversation in English starts with a question. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. These 6 little words unlock every conversation you will ever have. After today, you will ask questions naturally, confidently, and perfectly every single time. Let's dive right in.
So Claire, let's start by talking about why questions are so important.
Yes, questions are the engine of every conversation.
Engine means the thing that drives and powers everything.
Yes, without questions, conversations die very quickly.
Think about it. If nobody asks questions, nobody learns anything new.
Nobody connects with anyone new.
Nobody keeps a conversation going.
Questions show that you are interested in the other person.
They show curiosity, warmth, and genuine engagement.
Curiosity means wanting to learn and know more.
Genuine engagement means you are truly interested and involved.
And in English, questions have very specific structures.
If you get the structure wrong, people may not understand you.
Or you may sound unnatural and awkward.
But after today, that will never be a problem again.
We are going to go through every type of question step by step.
With clear rules and lots of natural examples.
Let's start with the most basic type of question.
Let's start with yes or no questions. These are the most basic questions in English.
Yes, the answer to these questions is simply yes or no.
Do you like coffee? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't.
Is she a teacher? Yes, she is. Or no, she isn't.
Will you come tomorrow? Yes, I will. Or no, I won't.
Simple. Yes or no. That's all.
Now, how do we form yes or no questions?
We use an auxiliary verb at the start of the question.
Auxiliary verb means a helping verb like do, does, did, is, are, was, were, will, can, could, should, would.
The auxiliary verb moves to the front of the sentence.
Statement, she likes coffee. Auxiliary verb does.
Question, does she like coffee?
Notice, in the question, like has no S. Does takes the S instead.
Statement, they work here. Auxiliary verb, do.
Question, do they work here?
Statement, he is tired. Auxiliary verb, is.
Question, is he tired?
Statement, she was late. Auxiliary verb, was.
Question, was she late?
Statement, they will come. Auxiliary verb, will.
Question, will they come?
Statement, you can swim. Auxiliary verb, can.
Question, can you swim?
See the pattern? Auxiliary verb always moves to the front.
Front means the very beginning of the sentence.
Let me give more natural yes or no questions.
Good idea.
Do you speak English? Does she live nearby? Did you sleep well?
Is the restaurant open? Are they coming tonight? Was the movie good?
Will you be there? Can I help you? Could you repeat that, please?
Should I call him? Would you like some tea?
All very natural yes or no questions.
And all start with an auxiliary verb.
Now, how do we answer yes or no questions naturally?
Don't just say yes or no, add the auxiliary verb for a natural response.
Do you like coffee? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't.
Is she a teacher? Yes, she is. Or no, she isn't.
Will they come? Yes, they will. Or no, they won't.
Can you drive? Yes, I can. Or no, I can't.
These short answers sound much more natural than just yes or no.
Yes, native speakers always use these short answers.
Our listeners should practice them every day.
Now let's talk about WH questions. These are the most important questions in English.
Yes, WH questions ask for specific information, not just yes or no.
There are 6 main WH question words: who, what, where, when, why, and how.
Let's go through each one carefully.
First, who. This asks about a person.
Who is that? Who called you? Who is your teacher?
The answer to who is always a person.
Who is that? That is my sister. A person.
Who called you? My boss called me. A person.
Second, what? This asks about a thing, action, or information.
What is your name? What do you do? What happened?
What time is it? What kind of music do you like?
The answer to what is a thing, action, or piece of information.
What is your name? My name is Claire.
What do you do? I am a teacher.
Third, where? This asks about a place or location.
Where do you live? Where are you from? Where is the bathroom?
The answer to where is always a place.
Where do you live? I live in London.
Where are you from? I am from Canada.
Fourth, when. This asks about time.
When is your birthday? When did you arrive? When will you call?
The answer to when is always a time.
When is your birthday? It is in March.
When did you arrive? I arrived yesterday.
Fifth, why? This asks for a reason.
Why are you late? Why do you study English? Why did she leave?
The answer to why usually starts with because.
Why are you late? Because the traffic was terrible.
Why do you study English? Because I want to travel the world.
Sixth, how. This asks about the manner or way something is done.
How are you? How do you get to work? How was your day?
The answer to how describes the way or manner.
How do you get to work? I take the bus.
How was your day? It was really busy but good.
Now, how do we form WH questions?
Good idea. The WH word comes first, then the auxiliary verb, then the subject, then the main verb.
WH word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb.
What do you eat for breakfast? What is WH? Do is auxiliary, you is subject, eat is main verb.
Where does she work? Where is WH, does is auxiliary, she is subject, work is main verb.
When did they arrive? When is WH, did is auxiliary, they is subject, arrive is main verb.
Why are you tired? Why is WH, are is auxiliary, you is subject, tired describes the state.
How can I help you? How is WH, can is auxiliary, I is subject, help is main verb.
WH plus auxiliary plus subject plus main verb. That is the formula.
Let me practice more natural WH questions.
Good idea.
Who is your favorite singer?
What are you doing this weekend?
Where did you go on holiday last year?
When does the movie start?
Why did you choose to learn English?
How do you usually spend your evenings?
All very natural WH questions.
And ones that come up in everyday conversations all the time.
Now let's talk about special how questions. These are extremely useful.
Yes, how can be combined with other words to ask very specific questions.
Let's go through the most important ones.
First, how long? This asks about the duration of something.
Duration means how much time something takes.
How long does it take to get to the airport? About 40 minutes.
How long have you been learning English? For 3 years.
How long is the movie? About 2 hours.
Second, how much? This asks about quantity for uncountable nouns or price.
Uncountable nouns are things you cannot count individually, like water, money, time, sugar.
How much does it cost? It costs $20.
How much water do you drink every day? About 2 liters.
How much time do we have? About 30 minutes.
Third, how many? This asks about quantity for countable nouns.
Countable nouns are things you can count, like books, people, chairs.
How many brothers and sisters do you have? I have 2 sisters.
How many languages do you speak? I speak 3.
Important rule. How much for uncountable, how many for countable.
How much sugar? How many spoons of sugar?
How much water, how many glasses of water.
How much money? How many coins?
Fourth, how often? This asks about frequency, how regularly something happens.
How often do you exercise? 3 times a week.
How often do you call your parents? Every day.
How often does the bus come? Every 15 minutes.
Fifth, how far? This asks about distance.
How far is the school from here? About 10 minutes on foot.
How far did you walk today? About 5 kilometers.
Sixth, how old? This asks about age.
How old are you? I am 28.
How old is this building? It was built in 1890.
How tall is he? He's about 1 meter 80.
Eighth, how well? This asks about ability or quality.
How well do you speak French? I speak it fairly well.
All 8 how combinations are very commonly used.
Our listeners should practice all of them.
Yes, these questions come up in everyday conversations all the time. Now let's talk about question tags. These are very interesting. Yes, question tags are small questions we add to the end of statements. We use them to check information or to invite agreement. Invite agreement means you expect the other person to agree with you. For example, it is a beautiful day, isn't it? You are saying it is beautiful, but checking that the other person agrees. How do we form question tags? Very simple rule. Positive statement plus negative tag or negative statement plus positive tag. Positive statement. She is a teacher. Negative tag. Isn't she? She is a teacher, isn't she? You expect the answer, yes. Positive statement. They are coming. Negative tag. Aren't they? They are coming, aren't they? You expect yes. Negative statement. He doesn't smoke. Positive tag. Does he? He doesn't smoke. Does he? You expect no. Negative statement. She won't be late. Positive tag. Will she? She won't be late, will she? You expect no. The rule is, if the statement is positive, the tag is negative. And if the statement is negative, the tag is positive. And the tag always uses the same auxiliary verb as the statement. She is, isn't she? They are, aren't they? He does, doesn't he? She will, won't she? Let me give more natural examples of question tags. Good idea. You speak English, don't you? She didn't call you, did she? It was a great party, wasn't it? They have finished, haven't they? You can drive, can't you? He won't forget, will he? All very natural question tags. Question tags make your English sound very natural and very fluent. Yes, native speakers use them all the time in everyday conversation. Our listeners should start using them today. Now let's talk about indirect questions. These are very polite questions. Yes, indirect questions are used when we want to be extra polite or when we want to soften a question. Soften means to make it less direct and more gentle. Direct questions can sometimes feel too blunt. Blunt means very direct without any softening. Where is the bathroom? That is direct and clear. Could you tell me where the bathroom is? That is indirect and much more polite. See the difference? Both ask the same thing, but the second sounds much more polite. How do we form indirect questions? We start with a polite phrase and then use a normal statement word order. Not question word order, statement word order. Let me show the difference clearly. Good idea. Direct question. Where does she live? Question word order. Does goes before she. Indirect question. Could you tell me where she lives? Statement word order. She lives. Direct question. What time does the shop close? Indirect question. Do you know what time the shop closes? Direct question. How much does it cost? Indirect question. Could you tell me how much it costs? See, in indirect questions, the auxiliary verb does not move to the front. The word order stays like a statement, subject, then verb. What are the polite phrases we use to start indirect questions? Could you tell me? Do you know? Would you mind telling me? I was wondering if you could help me with this. Can you tell me? Do you happen to know? What time does the meeting start? All very polite and very natural indirect questions. These are perfect for formal situations and when speaking to strangers. Yes, always use indirect questions when you want to be extra polite. They make such a big difference to how you are perceived.
Perceived means how others see and judge you.
Now let's quickly explain subject and object questions. This confuses many learners.
Yes, this is a tricky but very important point.
Sometimes the WH word replaces the subject. Sometimes it replaces the object.
When the WH word replaces the subject, we do not use an auxiliary verb.
For example, who called you? Who is the subject? Who is doing the calling?
Notice, no auxiliary verb, not who did call you.
Just who called you. Very simple.
What happened? What is the subject? What is doing the happening?
No auxiliary verb. Not what did happen, just what happened.
But when the WH word replaces the object, we do use an auxiliary verb.
Who did you call? You is the subject. You are doing the calling. Who is the object?
We need did because who is the object, not the subject.
What did you eat? You is the subject. What is the object?
Who called you? No auxiliary. Who did you call? Needs auxiliary.
What happened? No auxiliary. What did you do? Needs auxiliary.
Subject questions have no auxiliary. Object questions need auxiliary.
This is a very common mistake, but now our listeners know the rule.
Yes, just ask yourself, is the WH word doing the action or receiving it?
Doing the action, no auxiliary. Receiving the action, add auxiliary. Now let's practice a full natural conversation using all types of questions.
Great idea! Let's show our listeners how questions really sound in everyday conversation.
Hey Claire, how are you doing today?
I am really well, thank you. How about you?
I am great. Did you have a good weekend?
I did, actually. I went to a food festival in the city center. Have you ever been to one?
No, I haven't. What was it like?
It was absolutely amazing. There were so many stalls from different countries.
How many stalls were there?
There were about 50, I think, maybe more.
Wow, how long did you stay?
We were there for about 4 hours. It went by so quickly.
Who did you go with?
I went with my sister and her husband. They love trying new food.
What did you eat?
We tried food from Japan, Mexico, and India. Everything was delicious.
Which one was your favorite?
Definitely the Japanese food. Have you ever tried authentic Japanese food?
I have. I went to a Japanese restaurant last month. How much did things cost at the festival?
They were quite reasonable, actually. Most things were between 3 and 6 pounds.
That is not bad at all. Would you go again?
Absolutely. It was one of the best things I've done in ages. You should come next time, shouldn't you?
Ha! Yes, I definitely should. When is the next one?
I'm not sure. Do you know if there's a website where I can check?
I think there is. Could you tell me the name of the festival? I'll look it up for you.
It's called the World Food Festival. It happens every few months, apparently.
Perfect. I will find out when the next one is.
See? That was a completely natural conversation.
Yes, full of all types of questions.
Let me highlight the different question types we used.
Yes or no questions. Did you have a good weekend? Have you ever been? Would you go again?
WH questions. What was it like? Who did you go with? What did you eat? Which one was your favorite? When is the next one?
How questions. How many stalls? How long did you stay? How much did things cost?
Question tags. You should come next time, shouldn't you?
Indirect questions. Do you know if there is a website? Could you tell me the name?
All 5 types of questions in one natural conversation.
That shows how essential questions are in everyday English.
Let's do a quick final review of everything we learned today.
Great idea. Let's go through all the key points.
Yes or no questions. Auxiliary verb moves to the front. Do you like coffee?
WH questions. Who, what, where, when, why, how. WH plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb.
How questions. How long? How much? How many? How often? How far? How old? How tall? How well?
Question tags. Positive statement plus negative tag. She is a teacher, isn't she?
Indirect questions. Start with polite phrase, use statement word order. Could you tell me where she lives?
Subject questions. No auxiliary. Who called you? What happened?
Object questions. Need auxiliary. Who did you call? What did you eat?
Which question type do you find the most challenging? Tell us in the comments.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe.
Yes, it really helps our channel grow so much.
Today was such a powerful and practical episode.
I enjoyed every single moment of it, Claire.
Thank you, Nathan, and thank you everyone for watching and listening today.
Start asking more questions in English today.
Questions open doors, build connections, and start conversations.
They are the most powerful tool in any language.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye, everyone. Keep learning and keep smiling.
Bye.